We are back here, ready to talk with Alister, right? He should be right there. This is beautiful, beautiful area. Oh, there we go.
What is it now? Haven't Grey Wardens asked more than enough of the Circle?
I simply came to deliver a message from the revered mother, Sir Mage. She desires your presence.
What her reverence desires is of no concern to me. I am busy helping the Grey Wardens, by the King's orders, I might add.
Should I have asked her to write a note?
Tell her I will not be harassed in this manner.
Yes, I was harassing you by delivering a message.
Your glibness does you no credit.
Here I thought we were getting along so well. I was even going to name one of my children after you. The Grumpy One.
Enough. I will speak to the woman if I must. Get out of my way, fool.
You know, one good thing about the Blight is how it brings people together.
Sorry, what?
Oh, nothing. Just trying to find a bright side to all this. Wait, we haven't met, have we? I don't suppose you happen to be another mage?
Seriously. I have a giant staff and I'm dressed with my mage robe. Yes, indeed I am a mage.
Really? You don't look like a mage. That is... I mean... How interesting. Wait, I do know who you are. You're Duncan's new recruit from the Circle of Magi. I should have recognized you right away. I apologize.
I'm sorry, I have to say something right here, right now. Last time I played with this game, I was playing with everybody, every companion's more file, and I was changing everybody's hairstyle. So I don't remember how my characters have been changed, so it will be a surprise. And I remember hating Alister's default hairstyle, and I gave him this, which is even more ridiculous probably, but let's ignore it. I bet Liliana has a beautiful hairstyle if she has the one I think she has. So, well, surprises will come, indeed. I wonder how you should have recognized me right away. How could you recognize me?
Duncan sent word. He spoke quite highly of you. Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Alister, the new Grey Warden. Though I guess you knew that. As the junior member of the Order, I'll be accompanying you when you prepare for the joining.
How would I have known that? What can you tell me about this joining, seriously?
Honestly, nothing. Try not to worry about it. It will just distract you. You know, it just occurred to me that there have never been many women in the Grey Wardens. I wonder why that is.
Because they're not stupid. And why did you change the subject? Who is stupid enough to join the Wardens anyway? Willingly, I mean. Oh. And by the way, Mira is very learned. She knows about Farelden history. She knows about lots of stuff. She read many books. And she heard many stories in the Tower of Magi. And she knows that the Wardens are quite a shady order, and that very many times, most times really, they recruit people that are in desperate situations or criminals. That's why she is not so happy about becoming a warden, because of the association with, you know, mediocre people, from her point of view at least. And now this guy Alister, he's not doing a very good impression, but let's keep asking him questions, I suppose. I don't really have an answer I want to pick here. Well, you want more women in the Wardens, do you?
Would that be so terrible? Not that I'm some drooling lecher or anything. Please stop looking at me like that. So I'm curious. Have you ever actually encountered Darkspawn before?
No, well, have you?
When I fought my first one, I wasn't prepared for how monstrous it was. I can't say I'm looking forward to encountering another. Anyhow, whenever you're ready, let's get back to Duncan. I imagine he's eager to get things started.
Well, first and foremost, that argument I saw, what was it about?
With the Mage. The Circle is here at the King's request, and the Chantry doesn't like that one bit. They just love letting mages know how unwelcome they are, which puts me in a bit of an awkward position. I was once a Templar.
That would be awkward?
I'm sure the revered mother meant it as an insult, sending me as her messenger, and the Mage picked right up on that. I never would have agreed to deliver it, but Duncan says we're all to cooperate and get along. Apparently they didn't get the same speech.
What about the other recruits?
Davith and Sir Jory are here in the camp. Have you met them?
I've met one David.
Right, that cut purse Duncan conscripted. I'm not sure what Duncan sees in him, to be honest. Keep an eye out, maybe we'll see the other one, or I can track him down later.
This guy is really naive. He doesn't know. He's a warden because he already got through the joining, right? But he doesn't know that warden are basically criminals, most of them. Good God, you don't have to accompany me, do you?
Don't worry, I'll try not to embarrass you.
Oh, really? Fine.
If you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, lead on.
Let's get on with this quickly. Alright, I'm going to go with this right now. Yeah. I'm gonna do this tree later. This is passive, no, this is sustained. Oh well. Let's see. Oh, I have a mod for the tactics. I bet you noticed it already. I'm going with whatever is default right now, and then probably while I play, I will...
Yes?
Oh, I clicked on you? Oh, well, let's go on with this then. Tell me a little about yourself. I wanted to talk to him anyway, so I was talking about the mod, but the tactics, I'm gonna refine them later when we're gonna have big fights and such, not right now. Okay, tell me a little about yourself then.
As I said, I was trained as a Templar before Duncan recruited me about 6 months ago. The Chantry raised me. And becoming a Templar was a decision made for me a long time ago. Duncan saw I wasn't happy, and figured my training against mages could double for fighting Darkspawn. Now, here I stand, a proud Grey Warden. The Grand Cleric wouldn't have let me go if Duncan never forced the issue. I'll always be grateful to him.
Yeah, you speak fondly of him.
I spent years in that Chantry, hopelessly resigned to my fate. Duncan was the first person who cared what I wanted. He risked a lot of trouble with the Grand Cleric to help me.
How fun that he didn't care what I wanted instead. This guy must be really stupid if you recruited him willingly, and Mira must be very skilled if Duncan conscripted her, aka forced her into Warden ranks. So you didn't want to join the Chantry. This guy preferred to be a lowly Grey Warden instead of, I don't know, a Templar. Regardless what you think about the Chantry, being a Templar is good. It's a good standing.
It just wasn't for me. I believe in the Maker well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Chantry.
I believe in Darkspawn well enough, but I never wanted to devote my life to the Grey Wardens. Oh god, this is gonna be fun. Mira and Alister have completely opposite attitudes. Let's ask you something else.
What about?
Tell me more about Duncan.
Duncan is the leader of the Grey Wardens in Farelden, which he would say doesn't mean much, as there aren't many of us here. Yet, beyond that, he's a good man, a good judge of character. I owe him a lot. What about you? What do you think of him?
I hate him. Well, I can't say I care for him much, really.
Fair enough. He's done the best he can with what little he has. And that includes me, I guess. You want to ask me about something else?
This guy is hopeless. Well, let's keep talking about Grey Wardens.
So I imagine. What would you like to know?
I know many things about the Wardens, but I want to hear your take on it. So what makes you all so special?
The Grey Wardens are warriors without equal. Darkspawn threatened to destroy the world 4 times over. Each time, the Grey Wardens led mankind to victory. Nobody knows more about Darkspawn, and nobody's better equipped to deal with them. You'll see. Trust me.
Yeah, there must be something shady going on. Well, Mira knows that they're certainly not knights or heroes, but she's gonna bait him and ask this question too, to see how this guy really is.
I don't know if I'd go that far.
Indeed.
Duncan says the Grey Wardens do whatever is necessary to protect mankind from Darkspawn. That means some pretty extreme things. Whatever it takes to bring victory.
Well, he's still avoiding the fact that Wardens are not of noble extraction, but let's go with it. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe that's the only thing Mira can think about, is that he doesn't know, which is weird. Where are all the other Grey Wardens now?
The others are camped with the King's soldiers in the valley. The King's given us a position of honor at the vanguard, despite our small numbers. I think Kalen is actually excited to ride into battle with us. Maybe he thinks that's what his father would have done.
Yeah, that one idiot. The King really sounds like a terrible idiot. A guy that idolizes a band of criminals. Great. Well, I'm not sure I know anything about the Grey Wardens. Illuminate me further, please.
Well, let's see. Surely you've heard of Weishaupt Fortress?
Yes.
The great eyrie carved into the White Cliffs far off in the Anderfell?
Yes.
That's where the Grey Wardens once kept their griffins.
Oh, good God.
The griffins died out, however, and our numbers have dwindled since the last Blight. There's only a handful left in Farelden. A few more in other nations.
You're a kid. I mean, Mira always thought that Cullen was a bit childish, but this guy is a piece of work, talking about griffins. So the Grey Warden have the right to recruit anyone?
King Marek, Kaelin's father, reaffirmed the power the Grey Wardens were given during the Blights. In practice, we can't conscript too often without hurting our cause.
Oh, really?
We were exiled from Farelden once. Best not to let that happen again.
Oh, God. So not only is Mira, brought down in social standing and whatever by being associated with these dubious people, but she's also in an order that forces people to join it. The Circle does that as well, but Mira doesn't see it like this, so this is her perspective, which is arguable as a perspective. So let's see if we have something else to talk about.
You want to ask me about something else?
What about this blight that Duncan mentioned?
Of course.
So tell me, from a Grey Warden's point of view, what is a blight? Where do Darkspawn come from?
You want the Chantry's version or the truth?
Well, aren't they supposed to be the same thing?
They seldom are.
Well, what does the Chantry say, then?
According to the Chant of Light, the Maker imprisoned the old gods underground long ago, as punishment for tricking mankind into worshipping them. The old gods still whispered to some men, and taught them magic. These men became the Magisters of the Tevinter Empire. The Magisters used their gift to enter the Golden City, tainting it and themselves. They were cast out by the Maker, and became the first Darkspawn. They fled underground, bringing their taint to their gods. The tainted old gods were the archdemons who rose from their prisons and led the Darkspawn against the world.
Yeah, and the truth?
The truth is, we don't really know. They come up from the ground, and that's as far as we've gotten.
All of these years and years of Grey Wardens, and they probably haven't done any research about the Darkspawn or whatever. Which I'm not surprised, really, from a band of criminals. So what you talked about just now was the first Blight.
Yes, and it nearly wiped us out. When defeated, the Darkspawn flee back underground and seek out another old god to taint, thus bringing another Blight.
Yeah, that's about it. So what is the Archdemon for this Blight?
We haven't seen it yet. People are beginning to think this is just an unusually large Darkspawn raid without an Archdemon to unify them. But seriously, the Archdemon could be in the wilds or underground. It could be hiding. Just because it hasn't shown itself doesn't mean it isn't out there.
Why not to kill the Darkspawn when they're underground? Well, actually, Mira knows why. Mira knows a lot of some Dwarven history as well. Dwarves are the race that is most in contact with Darkspawn and that was most involved and damaged by it. But I think that she's just testing Alister because she cannot believe this guy is so naive, I guess.
They've controlled the deep roads ever since they defeated the Dwarven kingdoms. Even if we invaded, we can only chase them so far.
You should find a way. You're Wardens, right? And what is an Archdemon exactly?
The old gods were dragons, so the stories say. Big ones. Intelligent, even. The Tevinter Empire had big statues of them. Each dragon had a name and a place in the cosmos. It's all very intricate. The archdemons may not be the old gods, but they're definitely dragons.
Why are some people so skeptical?
The Grey Wardens killed so many Darkspawn by the end of the last Blight. People decided they were gone for good.
Well, I have other questions about the Blight, apparently.
Of course.
How do Grey Wardens defeat Blights?
We chop off the snake's head. It's the only way. According to texts, the most famous Grey Warden leader, Garahel, killed the Archdemon Underal in personal combat at the Battle of Aesley to end the last Blight. Without the Archdemon to command them, the Darkspawn flee back underground.
How did anyone even know about this Blight?
The Grey Wardens keep watch. We feel the Darkspawn when they come. You'll understand after the joining, if you... well, you'll understand. Not to mention people start to notice when Darkspawn pour out of the wilds and taint everything around them. Just a guess.
Just how many Darkspawns are out there?
Thousands? Tens of thousands? They've had centuries to build up their numbers.
All right.
You want to ask me about something else?
Well, let's talk about this joining ritual.
There's not a lot I can tell you. We go and collect Darkspawn blood, and then you'll hear everything.
That's something. Surely you can tell me something more?
Look, I can't tell you much, alright? The joining is very unpleasant. I wish I could forget it, but I can't. I don't envy what you're going to have to go through.
Well, but what if I refuse to do the ritual?
The joining is the price we pay, all of us, for being able to defeat the Darkspawn. You can't refuse.
But I don't want to be able to defeat Darkspawn. Why should I pay the price? What actually happens in the joining?
You learn why it's a secret.
Is it anything like the harrowing?
I don't know anything about the harrowing.
What?
We don't do any spells, if that's what you're asking.
Ugh. He must have been a very, very incapable Templar. Or maybe he never really did or was trained that much into the Templar skills to know about the harrowing, I suppose. So this guy is naive and quite incapable. Great. Actually, Mira is quite intrigued about the joining because she likes overcoming challenges. She likes to show how good she is. So she's pretty sure she'll be fine. I'll be fine, yeah.
That's the spirit. If becoming a Grey Warden were easy, we wouldn't recruit the best. You want to ask me about something else?
Because you're the best, right? And David, that guy, he's the best as well. What about this battle?
The one tomorrow. I'll tell you. It's Tern Loghain we should be looking to win it, not the king. Kaelin just wants his place in history. The Tern is planning the strategy. That's my opinion, anyway. I guess I should be thankful the king favors us Grey Wardens. But I know who's keeping the lid on the pot.
We actually agree on something. How much will I be participating?
You know, that's a good question. The other Grey Wardens are riding into battle with the king. I don't know if you'll be with them.
I hope I will not be with them. I have no combat training and I'm not interested in being right there like an idiot. Like those idiots. Well, why is it happening here of all places? I think Duncan already said why, but let's just ask it for the sake of expositions.
We're at the edge of the Korkari Wilds, the eye of the Blight storm, right where the Horde will be coming. Ostagar itself is an excellent defensive position. The Wilders were pushed back from here time and again in ancient days.
What are the chances of success?
I'm sure Tern Loghain has the battle planned to the last detail. Still, no Blight has ever been defeated with so little cost.
What if we fail?
If we don't break the Horde here, Duncan says it will spread until it engulfs all of Farelden. Then it will take an alliance of nations to fight it, which would be bad. Neither the king nor the Tern really seems to believe this is a real Blight, however.
Okay.
You want to ask me about something else?
We have no more questions.
Then let's get a move on, shall we?
Indeed. Oh, wow, Alister, you disapprove? Yeah, Alister would disapprove of Mira a lot. As expected. I don't expect people to like her, actually, but I do find her interesting, because she's not the kind of Warden you immediately like. You have to understand her and understand where she comes from to actually like her, and you might as well ending up not liking her, but I do, so we'll keep playing her. I'm done with this, right? So, Alister, you know what? You break this chest. Yeah, no, this stuff. Oh, we lost a novice slow rune. It's fine. We have a better one than that, right? The bashing locks mod. Sometimes, because you're bashing the lock, which is not the optimal choice, will make you lose some items, which is fair, and it's fine. I'm going along with it. I might as well say this now. I'm not a huge Alister fan, I'm not a huge Cullen fan, but Mira, that's kind of her type, so if there is gonna be any romance, it's gonna be probably with Alister. And probably just because Mira has a type, which is that type. We'll see what happens in the future. I don't like Alister personally. I don't like Cullen either, but I'm more like a Morrigan kind of person.
I think it's wonderful you became a Grey Warden.
Yeah. Do you want to become one? You should volunteer. Yeah, I'm the Morrigan kind of person. Yeah, I'm not a Templar kind of girl.
You're very lucky to have such an opportunity.
I was very lucky to be in the circle, my dear.
I'm sorry, but there's so much to do before the battle.
All right.
I must attend to my duties or I'll get the switch.
What?
Go ahead. Oh, we had a dagger, which is lost. We don't care. This place looks great. This game looks great. So what should we do now? Let's keep exploring. Let's go up here. All right.
In the name of Andraste, I bless you today. May you find favor in the Maker's eyes. So let it be.
All right, let's talk to her. Oh, we have Sir Jory here. All right.
Ah, I suspect you are one of the new Grey Wardens. Will you accept the Maker's blessing?
Of course, I've been forced to accept the Maker's blessing all through my life. Oh, wow, you administer blessings to elves, do you? See, that doesn't really do anything for Mira, because she's always been under Chantry protection. So she doesn't really get this race thing, because she's always been treated normally in the circle. And, well, I will accept your blessing. Thank you. She doesn't really care or believe, but she has received this blessing her life, so she doesn't really care.
Then I bless you, Grey Warden, in the name of Andraste and the Maker above. May the chant of light carry your name to the ears of our Lord.
Right. Let's talk with this guy then.
Greetings. You must be the third recruit we've heard about.
Okay. Yes, I am. Who are you?
Sir Jury is my name. I hail from Redcliffe, where I served as knight under the command of Arl Eamon. I wasn't aware elves could join the Grey Wardens. Those camped in the valley are all human.
Again with these elves. What this supposed to mean?
Just that in some places, elves are not always permitted in the military.
All right.
I hope we're both lucky enough to eventually join the Wardens. Is it not thrilling to be given that chance?
I'm surrounded by imbeciles. Well, I wouldn't be here if I had a choice in the matter.
I fought hard to get here. Impressing Duncan was not easy.
Good God.
Tell me, has anyone told you what this joining ritual entails?
It's all a big secret, apparently.
I never heard of such a ritual. I had no idea there were more tests after getting recruited. I suppose since you're finally here, I'd best get back to Duncan. I shall see you there.
This gets worse and worse. What's happening here? Oh, come on. Alright. Alright. Oh, hello. Oh, look at this guy. What the hell?
Huh. Someone finally comes and talks to the lone prisoner. I don't suppose you've come to sentence me.
No. No, I haven't.
I don't suppose you have a bit of kindness in you.
No.
All I want is food and water. They haven't fed me since I was locked up and I'm starving.
Why would I want to help you?
Because you might want something I don't need. Them circle wizards got a chest they keep things in. Magical things. And I stole the key. That's why I'm here. I got one of them drunk, took his key and tried to sneak to the chest. They assumed I was deserting. I can't use it from here. But I'd trade you for some food and water.
They didn't find the key when you were arrested?
I swallowed it. But it's, come back into my possession since then, so to speak.
That's disgusting.
And an excellent party trick, I'll bet.
Yeah, well... Do you want the key or not?
No. You're right where you should be. You committed an offense against the Circle. Just... I have more important things to do.
Fine. Then leave me here to wither away.
Indeed. I didn't remember being able to do this. You?
Lucky dog. You Grey Wardens get to ride with the king while I'm left with the drudgery of guarding this deserter. They should have just hanged him. Put his head on a pike as an example.
Another idiot. Who is this guy exactly?
They say he was recruited before the war up in Dinnerham. Probably figured he'd never have to fight if he served the king, right?
Sounds like he's Grey Warden material. Well, I should go. Enjoy your guarding duty.
Maybe you could find me some ale? This duty wouldn't be so bad if I was... drunk.
Maybe you're Warden material too. Oh, what's behind there?
Sorry, miss. The army camp is off limits for you right now.
Ah, that's the army camp. Fine. Oh, what's happening here?
You may not want to remain here long, Warden. Most of these men have been tainted by the Darkspawn blood.
You need to convince them. We've got to run. The Darkspawn are coming.
We have them on the run, I hear.
I saw them. We're gonna die.
I apologize, Warden. He's been like this ever since they found him in the wilds.
What's wrong with him?
Aside from his wounds, we're not sure. His blood is untainted. He's just... terrified.
You can feel it, can't you? They taint the land, turn it black and sick. Oh, you can feel it inside. They'll come out of that forest and spread. Like caterpillars covering a tree. They'll swallow us whole.
That's quite enough out of you. You need to calm yourself, my good man.
They were everywhere. I saw them.
Why are you looking at me? I know nothing of this, and I don't want to know anything. Can I talk with this guy?
I feel ill at ease about the coming battle. I pray the Maker will watch over us all.
I heard there was a giant bear darkspawn with fangs as big as your arm.
Welcome to the King's camp, my lady.
Let's keep going. Oh, that's a Mabari. Alright.
Hail. You're one of Duncan's new recruits, correct? I can't let you through to the Korkari Wilds until he gives the word.
Why not?
The Korkari Wilds is a dangerous place. More so now that it crawls with Darkspawn. They say the Great Blight began deep within its forests. One of our scouting patrols has been gone for 3 days. We're taking bets on who got them first, the Darkspawn or the Witches of the Wilds.
The Witches of the Wilds? Oh.
Oh, sure. There's an old legend in these parts about Flemeth, the apostate sorceress who conquered this area centuries ago. She united the chasing barbarians and invaded the farmlands. That's when the great hero, Cormac, destroyed her army with his. Took her head right off, so they say. Her daughters survived and became the Witches of the Wild. Tales tell of them plaguing this area since. Mostly superstitions, stealing babies and spoiling milk.
Oh, Mira knows about Flemeth. I mean, she read stories about her and about her progeny, I suppose. But she, of course, has never been outside the tower, so she doesn't know what the wilds are. She knows because she has read about it, but she doesn't really know how things really are outside the tower for people who actually live in them. She's about to experience anyway, so... You think these witches exist?
Only when it's dark and the wind is bad. No doubt those patrols met some Darkspawn. That's enough for anyone to worry about. At any rate, that's why Duncan doesn't want you wandering out without his say-so.
Alright then, well, at least he's sensible. Alright.